Sorry about that.
There was a network error of some
I think
kind.
it felt awkward that I didn't know anything about goats, so it's just like, don't worry, I'll end it for you.
Oh, goats, you're breaking up.
I'll end the awkwardness for you, don't worry.
Alright, where am I going now? Going over the bridge to say how long?
Yeah, it says 0.2 miles, just merge on.
Okay. I shall merge.
Miranda says, mostly unknown trivia. Goats can control the internet and censor it to prevent information about their taste leaking out.
Right, exactly.
Echo Alpha, I spy with my little eye, 2 imposters trying to do Elrond.
It's like the most important aspect of goats is... Oh, no.
I mean, actually one thing that... I created a character who is like a humanoid version of a goat. Agent Goat. Did I tell you about him?
Agent Goat?
No, I didn't. Great. Now I can tell you. I created the new character.
Okay.
He's alongside Mr. Penguin. I already told you about Mr. Penguin.
Yes.
I basically created Mr. Penguin as an Aarakocra, and then Agent Goat is sort of like his friend. Agent Goat is a detective, right?
Okay.
And he's really smart. Gartofu, I went to make dinner, just came back to Agent Goat. Yeah. Yes, so Agent Goat, but his name is not really said like out of the agency, you know? Like people, it's like part of his agency group to say.
Oh, that's part of his code name?
Yeah.
What's his code name?
What?
What's his code name?
His code name is Agent Goat.
His code name is Goat?
No, Agent Goat. His actual name is Albert, I think is what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Mr. Penguin's actual name is Walter, because Walter, you know.
I see.
Funny.
Gotcha. Way ahead of you.
Miranda, does Mr. Penguin still want to take over the world? No, that was not Mr. Penguin. That was Mousy Hand,
yeah,
and he's gone.
Miranda was there
Mousy
for
Hand
that.
is gone, okay? Because I just felt that last stream just made me so uncomfortable about that. Yeah, Mousy Hand is not as big of a character now that I've created Ancient Goat. Ground Tofu, is this a human or a goat? Well, it's hard to explain. He's a humanoid goat. He doesn't have like the goat legs, but he has the horns and the ears. It's hard to explain.
He's like a goatkin.
I guess? I don't know what that is. Ground Tofu,
a combination.
I already love this. I love this already. Yes. So basically, and he's like a detective, right? And he's really smart when it comes to solving mysteries, but he has a bit of an ego. And so that Mr. Penguin really finds him annoying because of that. Okay. And one of the things that he does is he smokes cigarettes a lot. So his huge thing, he sort of has this accent. I already told Zach this, by the way. Okay. And I'm worried that if when the chat comes in and all this, I'm worried it's just gonna be really, it's gonna sound really stupid all of a sudden what I've created. But his huge thing. It's like the way he talks is like, listen, sweetheart, trust me, I know everything about the situation going on right now, and trust me, I got it all covered. And I already created the scene of him and Mr. Penguin when they're talking to this person who works at this electricity company, so they're trying to interview him about some information. And he's like, all right, so do you think you can lighten us on the subject? And because Mr. Penguin here is not that bright, and Mr. Penguin's like, could you stop with the jokes? Because the guy's starting to get annoyed. And so he's like, well, what? I'm just trying to lighten the mood. And so the guy just stands up, picks up Agent Goat, and just tosses him out of the building. Just tosses him, and just closes the door behind him and sits back down with Mr. Penguin.
Out of the building?
No, out of this. They're in this house, right? And
okay.
so he throws him out onto the grass outside the house.
Wow.
And so, because he's just so annoyed by all the puns, because he makes way more. I couldn't think of more, but he makes way more puns. And so after he does that, he just gets annoyed and just throws him out. Echo Alpha says, "Oh, go Tofu, you might enjoy this. My brother and his friend actually are working at an important sometimes between my brother's study times, but now some progress is being made every now and then." Okay, I'll get that.
Yeah, it's talking about he's going to be moving at some point, and his brother is trying to fix up the place so they can move in together.
So yeah, anyway, so I was worried if I said this entire thing, it'd just sound really ridiculous, and you just laugh like this is a really weird idea. But it's a character I created. It's just my insecurities if you think it's horrible. Anyway, it's just a character I created, Agent Goat, who works alongside Mr. Penguin. And so I created him not that long ago, and so yeah, I just find him really cute. I'm working on drawing him right now, actually. Triffid says, puns are great. People who hate puns are just wrong. Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
that's exactly right.
True.
Yeah.
Mom doesn't like the puns that me and Dad do, but that's just because she was a comedian and she has certain ways.
And also, Mom can be wrong about things. It's
right,
alright.
yeah.
You know, Mom's great, but she's wrong about stuff, and that's one of the things she's wrong about.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. So Agent Goat and Mr. Penguin. I think I created a last name for both of them, but I forgot what they were. But yeah, he's Walter. Mr. Penguin is Walter.
Walter Penguin.
Yep.
And then Albert Goat.
Yeah. Well, then their last names aren't their species. They are that, but
why not?
That sounds. That makes it even. Dad.
Walter Penguin.
Dad. These characters are already ridiculous. We don't want to make it even more ridiculous.
Albert Goat is Agent Goat. Da 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 man.
Richard said, I like how you were this far away from your wife when you openly admit that she's wrong, Arv. Miranda, I thought his name
Map.
95, it says.
Okay. Does it say, like, exit or anything?
It says 0.3 miles, 95. I'm sorry, that's all it says.
0.3 miles, 95.
So it's like, I thought that his given name was Mr. and his surname was Penguin. No.
Right, yeah, exactly.
No, his age, because he's part of this
group. His Christian name is Mr.
Oh. No, he's part of this group of like the James Bond thing. Like, he's part of this group of people who are like these like agents sort of. And so he is his co-name is Mr. Penguin. Just like every little kid's like Toy Story character. Echo Alpha. In case you're wondering, Arvinia, long story short, I get a lot more privacy and quiet at the flat once it's renovated. Yeah. I received physical copies of Diamond Songbooks by Garlic Tofu. I promised her I would start reading as soon as they moved. Okay. Miranda, no, his given name is Penguin, his surname is Mr. Halbert. His name is Walter, but then when he's in his agency group, his agent name is Mr. Penguin.
00 Penguin.
This is way too hard to. I don't know. It's either they're messing with me or. Yeah, they're messing with me.
So what's where am I at? 95, what does it say?
It says exit 69 in 1.7 miles.
Exit 69 to 95? Or exit 69 to what?
The 95 went away.
Okay, so exit 69 to what?
Just says exit 69, Dad, in 1.5 miles. That's all it says.
Alright.
Munchkin. Or are they? Echo Alpha Rocket 69, dudes. What is that?
Exit 69, yeah. Take it easy on those jokes here.
Huh?
Exit 69.
Is that like an inappropriate joke or something?
It's become a meme.
Memes.
It started out as something inappropriate, then it became a meme.
As memes. Yeah. Me and Zach were joking because I have a character in my D&D campaign, and her name is Una Merwin. And so one of the things that we talk about is that we were trying to put her in a situation where she has to explain her ideas to this person, and she's very kind of like Munchkin, well, uncomfortable dad moment.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so Luna Merwin, so basically she's like very insecure and like doesn't want to disturb anyone. So she kept stuttering over, and when I was voicing her, she kept stuttering over words. She kept doing a really bad job in explaining herself. So we imagined the meme over. It's like, I don't know if you guys know it, but it's like, have you ever had the dream that when you had a dream where you had a dream where you had a dream where you did, and he goes on for a minute. He's like, where you do the dream where you could do anything.
Now what? Exit 69.
Yeah, exit 69. It keeps just saying that until. All right, 80 west.
Yep, that's where we are now.
8.2 miles.
Sorry.
It says 8.2 miles,
okay.
80 west.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Echo Alpha says it's a double reference. Rocket 69 is a song by Connie Allen, and Dudes is a part of a meme quote from Bill and Ted. Okay. Oh, by the way, speaking of Ted, you know, there was this one character who we kept running into in the campaign, who would like a janitor who sort of washed stuff, and every single time we came into him, he always was like, "Nope, I'm not telling you my name, no." And so we finally got his name, and he was like doing, to distract the audience, this thing he was like doing a comedy show. And he's like, "All right, guys, my name's Ted, and thanks for coming to my TED Talk." And then Zach was like, "I literally just named him that for the joke."
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. And he's like, "I literally just named him that for the joke." I'm like,
it's worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
It's a quality joke.
Definitely worth it. I mean, he needed the name for this guy. Like, we were over obsessing about this random janitor guy's name. Echo Alpha, Go Tiffany, I'm excited as well. Okay, they're talking to each other. Yeah.
So we're now in the great state of New Jersey, the Garden State.
The Garden State.
Well known as that because New Jersey actually has more gardens per capita than any other state in the country.
Garden
and then they had the good thought of putting their major thoroughfare highway through Mad Max. So basically, it's the dystopian wasteland of 95 South, as opposed to the rest of the state, which is actually quite beautiful. So, good work out of Jersey.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of flowers, did you tell them about like all the Actually, I'm kind of curious. People in the chat, what are your favorite types of flowers? Mine is the flower called hanging hearts, where it's basically like this vine and then like these little flowers that kind of look like hearts on them. That's one of my favorites. I also like hydrangeas, but those are my two favorite flowers. Dad, what are your favorites?
I think my favorites might be tiger lilies because they always reminded me of that particular time of year. Yeah.
All right, Dad's favorite are tiger lilies. My favorite are hanging hearts, which can come in two colors. You can come in pink and white.
Flowers of the hanging hearts.
Mirinda said tulips are fun. Yeah, tulips are really pretty. Yeah, tulips are nice. I mean, I do miss going to that thing of like the billions of fields of flowers. Oh, Uncle Elias.
Hey, Elias, what's up?
Whole wheat. Whole wheat.
Whole what?
Whole wheat.
What do you mean?
That's what he said.
He said whole wheat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Garlic tofu. Oh, I like snapdragons, lilacs, lilies, valleys, Alyssa, and others I'm not thinking of. And oh, snapdragons! Actually, at the Flowers for Friends at Garlic Tofu, I actually planted some snapdragons. Dad, what was the flower that we have in our flower bed? What was it called?
We have a peony.
Yeah, we have a bunch of peonies.
Yeah.
Winchkin said, "I love the good old classic rose, and a deep red rose is awesome." Yeah, they're pretty too. Mirinda, Arvinella, and a Little Arv, I can't understand how whole wheat can be Uncle Elias' favorite flower. Flower! Flower! Oh, come on! Oh, come on!
Well done, Elias. I see what you did there, and I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter.
Turfid, I love honeysuckle. I've been walking outside nearly every day for the last few weeks to smell the honeysuckle. Actually, in our old house, our backyard, we had a ton of bushes of honeysuckle, and a few of my friends came over one summer. I liked calling it the honeysuckle party. They came over, and we all got to eat honeysuckle together. But it only happened one summer, and now I'm gone. Now they're all gone. Yeah.
Suddenly, I got real sad and dark. I can see you. Suddenly, it's the voice of summer.
Why would it be that song?
I don't know.
I was thinking Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, but that's just the classic name of it.
Well, yes, but I was thinking about a more summer-oriented.
Although whole wheat is actually a good type of flour.
It is a good quality flour.
Yeah.
And then there's rye flour.
Then there's Mirinda's flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade. Triffid, nice, but did you say you ate honeysuckle? Yeah, that's kind of funny. You can actually, there's a little trick where you can actually suck the sort of honey out of it. It tastes really sweet. And it's the sort of trick where you pick up the flower, you sort of pick off the bottom of it, and you suck it, and then it'll get like the taste of it, get like a really sweet taste of like a bit of pollen or something. I don't know what it is, but it's really good.
I want to make sure there's no bee in there when you do that.
Well, yeah, Dad. Uncle says, I don't know the name of the flower, but when I was a kid in Trinidad,
yep.
we would pull the stamen out of the flower, and we would let the nectar off of it.
Oh, cool.
Mrs. Dunstall, honeysuckle is tasty and great. Yeah, I remember there was like the trick of like, I think it's like the yellow one is the one that's like ripe, and then the white one is the one that hasn't been pollinated yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyone ever do the sort of home remedy of jewelweed? You can actually use that for poison ivy.
Learned about that in Fancy Nancy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, my mom used to do that when I was a kid. If I ever had poison ivy, it was the jewelweed was the go-to, and it was kind of an orange flower, I believe.
Yeah. And that car is speeding.
Yeah.
Mrs. Dunstall, so you drink the Triffid says, so you drink the nectar, and the alas honeysuckle blooming season is just about over now, so I can't try it. Well, maybe you might find a few yellow flowers that you could try, but you pick it off, there's this like little sort of like bump at the bottom of it, you pluck that off, and then that's how you do it. Munchkin, I love how elephants get drunk off flower booze in Africa. What now?
That's possible.
That would actually be cool to see an elephant drunk. I wonder what that.
As long as you weren't next to the elephant.
Well, I said a video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet there's one. Oh, great. Now I have it stuck in my head. Dad!
What?
I have it stuck in my head.
So what's that?
The song!
What song?
I can see you.
Oh.
Yes.
You got your elephant there, and you.
Sunglasses on, babe. And I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. Yeah, I'm only an okay singer.
Nobody on the road.
Miranda.
Nobody on the beach.
Little Arv, if you want to get a song unstuck from your head, just sing a different song. Yeah, actually, there's a song that I usually use, but it's like, there's this one song that I used to use, but it's really sad. So, but it was Puff the Mighty Dragon.
Oh.
I always got that stuck in my head. I always got it stuck in my head. And now it's stuck in my head.
So instead you can do Nobody Said It Was Easy.
I know, I want to do a song that I actually like. Like, I like that song, but
You want a happy song?
Like, a song that I'm really into.
How about Mama Jump?
No, I have one. I have one.
What is it?
It's not a song that you know, though.
Oh.
It's like, Discord, I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever do we do to make you take it all away? Discord, are we afraid of going? Or are we just a step over taking back the phone? Discord, we won't take it anymore, so take your tyranny away. That's just the chorus, but it's really fun. I enjoy that song. It's on my playlist, yeah. I have a lot of like fan songs of like games and stuff on my playlist. I have a lot of them.
Yeah, Little Arv and I have been playing some Undertale, and she had a bunch of Undertale songs before she even started playing.
It's actually
the game.
just one.
So no, you've had more than one.
No,
you played more than one for me.
The only song that I have is To the Bone. That's
well,
the
maybe,
only one.
but you played others for me too.
Yeah, but that's from different games, Dad.
Oh. No. There were a couple ones that you played from Undertale.
I played one for
I know you played one from Undertale, but you played a couple of others from Undertale also.
I'm trying to think of any others that they know. I don't know any other ones. Yeah. Gara Tofu, my kids just ran through all 3 versions of that. Oh yeah, I mean, one thing is that I, like, one of the members of my campaign told me that, like, if you take the genocide route, then when you try to reset, you have some trouble with this new character, essentially. And I just thought, well, instead of resetting, what if you just delete the game and then download it again?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly ways around it, but
just
making
saying.
Making the point about the nature of...
Triffid. My sister and I used to chew tender young shoots of something we called sourweed that I found growing in the woods. Years later, we found that it was actually wild rhubarb.
Oh, really? That's cool. My father's favorite pie was strawberry rhubarb pie.
Actually, one thing I've always loved was garlic grass, sort of, and we'd always grow at school and stuff.
Yeah.
Garlic tofu. I declined to watch a genocide run. I kind of like Toriel. Yeah, Toriel's nice.
Toriel.
I always loved Toriel until I realized her name is Tutorial, and then I got really sad. Miranda, Little Arv, you think you are smart to get around the problem by deleting and reinstalling the game? We'll see. Actually, I'm taking the pacifist route, so
yeah,
I'm not gonna deal with that. I mean, why would you kill Papyrus? He's too amazing. Okay.
Human. I always think of him as Antonio Banderas. Human. Oh my God, is that the real human?
Is that the human?
Is that the real human?
I think that's
Sans, you lazy bones. Is that the real human?
I think that's a lamp.
Oh man, Papyrus is the best.
The conveniently shaped lamp fills you with determination. Yeah, the song was pretty good too, with the different puns they had in it. It's called "To the Bone." I really liked it. How does the chorus? I forget how the chorus goes. It's like we can relate to your determination because we monsters have our motivations. Yeah, it's cool. Garlic tofu. I'm glad my kids play it. I couldn't dodge all those flying things. No way. Yeah, I'm actually really bad at dodging. I bet other people are like, yeah, Papyrus is really easy to beat, and I'm like, no, he isn't. And they're like, how? I'm like, because I'm really bad at the game. I'm really bad at dodging all the spells and stuff they cast at me.
You're just not that used to it, hon.
I guess it's hard. I guess it's not that hard, but the second stage where he turns my soul blue was a bit difficult. I mean, I only got one try.
There are parts of Undertale that are difficult towards the end, but yeah.
I mean, I keep asking who Undyne is. Undyne is, and Dad's like, you shall see.
Yeah, no one spoil it for her. She hasn't.
Okay.
She hasn't gotten to it yet.
Okay. I do love when he had the Alfie's machine. I don't know who she is either. Don't spoil it for me. But when the machine is the machine is broken. It turned completely pink, and I was like, sorry. Oh, my dear Papyrus. I mean, I actually had the idea of maybe stepping on the red just to make him feel happy, but I decided not to because he already left.
For Toriel, you asked for cinnamon. She asked you about. You said cinnamon was what you liked, right?
Yeah, but then she was like, okay, can you just use butterscotch instead? I'm like, okay.
That's right, yeah.
You were like, butterscotch. I'm like, no, cinnamon. You're like, butterscotch. I'm like,
cinnamon is amazing. Then she made cinnamon butterscotch, which is also amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've never actually had that, actually. And then her huge thing about snails. She was weird about keeping snails. Didn't she have snail pie was one of the things she gave me?
She was big on snails.
Yeah. I never thought that goats were interested in snails. That's one of the other reasons I like Toriels. She's a goat.
Because she's a goat, yeah.
She's a goat.
Toriel. George Ledoux did that during the our vocalist thing. And
I think of more don't worry, my child. I shall always protect you. My child, I cannot let you go past this door. You'll die like the others. But that's basically, I think of her more the motherly voice, sort of, not an actual goat. Garlic tofu. My kids also showed me Fez and Baba is you. What?
Which one?
Fez and Baba. Fez and Baba is you.
Oh, yeah.
Who are those two?
Yeah, Fez is a game that's like it's kind of a puzzle game where your Fez allows you to rotate it, so it starts as a two-dimensional thing, and then you can rotate it to kind of look around the back of the puzzle, essentially.
Oh, cool.
And then Baba is You is a puzzle game, and I've only seen that played. I've never played that myself.
Oh, cool. Miranda, I wasn't a fan of Fez, but Baba is You is, mind-bending.
Yeah, Baba's You seemed really tough from what I can see of it.
Yeah. Dad, it's 7:02. Just want to put that out there.
Oh.
Food is the thing that will need to happen.
Food is a thing? Yes, that's true. Well, how long does it say? What's the next stop-off point?
Well, it just keeps saying 11 miles until 80 west.
Okay. Because when we get to where we're going, that spot, then we're gonna
Dick's Sporting Goods.
Right. Then I thought we were gonna get food and then dessert. That was the plan.
Yeah.
That's right.
And hopefully we won't go and order the food and then go to Dick's and then come back.
No, not this time. Not this time. Yeah, we were going to Dick's Sporting Goods. We're picking up a water jug. We recently got a kayak, Chad. We got a kayak for my wife, and although my son is very much like, I want to go out kayaking with you, Dad, and I was like,
I go off of, Arvin, do take pics of the new car. We're actually in the new car.
We're in the new car. No, I haven't taken pics outside it. This is a 2018 RAV4 hybrid, a Toyota, and so it's the first hybrid I've ever owned. I wanted this. My next car, we had already agreed, was the next car was going to be a hybrid.
Miranda, Little Arv, sounds like you play games. Which are your favorite titles, your favorite games, genre, etc.? My favorite games? My favorite, video games? Because when it comes to video games, I love Animal Crossing, and it'd be great if I'd be able to play that more.
I know, we need to play it.
And actually play it where my character can visit my friend's island and not have to be your character, and then have to deal with the whole switcheroo and not spending things on objects because it's your character. It's annoying. But anyway, also because I really want to develop the island. My friend hasn't, whatever. So, but yeah, I love Animal Crossing. It's one of my favorite games. If I could ever get villagers on it, they'd all be goats. I've seen, my friend told me that there were some other, he has this penguin on his island name. I think his name is Oswald, and this koala who are both really cute. But
his real name is Agent Mr. Penguin. So.
No, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Animal Crossing, it would be cool, me and Dad have only played Minecraft a bit, but I've seen one of the channels that I like watching plays Minecraft, and it would be cool if I could do that,
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like a lot of fun, so that would be, and I could join the entire my generation of people who are obsessed with the game, but also, yeah, I also like D&D. I know that's less of an online game. Sort of online. What I mean is,
I think it's gonna play well this channel.
But I like D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're my favorites. I liked Captain Toad when we played it. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, we played through that.
But
basically won it.
Animal Crossing New Horizons is the one. Yeah, I know there are games before it. Geester, the MP for Animal Crossing New Horizons is only kind of meh. Perhaps you enjoy the World of Crafts and Dale when you're older.
That right there, Geester's, you're 100% right. That's the biggest problem.
What's MP?
Multiplayer. The multiplayer.
Oh yeah, the multiplayer sucks.
This is the reason. Reason that it isn't working, because I would need to give her.
It's so annoying.
Basically, she needs to get her own Switch. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to buy a second Switch. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so annoying.
All they need to do is just put split screen on the same.
Split screen. They do that with Minecraft. Just do the same.
Absolutely.
It works completely
I don't understand
fine.
what Nintendo was doing with that. It's absurd. You do like Ring Fit sometimes.
Yeah, actually, we haven't done that in way too long. But I've been walking more, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Ring Fit's fun too. Actually, there's this one channel who does little Animal Crossing animations, and they're really cute.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the characters is when I finally be able to get the game, it just shows her just playing on it, and then and then the Ring Fit is just in the corner. It's when they ask you, you have to say that you're fine, but you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand. It's just in the corner just crying, and she's just playing the Animal Crossing because it's not being used.
Yep.
And it's true though. But I enjoyed Animal Crossing when I played with my friend. And World of Craft is basically Lord of the Rings on Minecraft. Zach is part of it.
Yeah, Zach, that's right. So Zach does a Minecraft total role play thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
the problem with Minecraft with me and her is that the community of Minecraft is so it's not a great community. It's very young, and there's some toxicity
the oldest and I get together occasionally with Animal Crossing New Horizons, but that's because we're far apart. It's nice to hang out a bit, but nobody eventually wears out. Yeah, here's the thing. There's a lot of things you have to do with the story, but once you get all the stuff, it's kind of I guess you can customize items and customize your island, actually, but once you do that, I guess, I enjoyed it because it was a way for me to connect to my friend now that he's all the way back in New York and I'm like all the way in Connecticut. It was a really nice way to connect with him because he has an island too, and actually he and his dad own the island but his father hasn't played on it in so long that he's still in tent form, but he's in his house. But yeah, so still the family pass for a Switch is only $40 a year. Keister, that's fine since there's only 3 of us using it. I mean, yeah, the Switch, like, I don't have one, and I don't really need one in my opinion. Like, I've seen, like, I think the thing is with Minecraft, I don't really think that I need to. I would be cool to try to play on it sometimes, like maybe by myself once in a while. But I think I just enjoy, like, because I think they do. I don't know what they're called, but they like sort of like add these things to the Minecraft game, which is fun. And so they do this thing called Hunters vs. Speedrunners. This one channel that I watched,
okay.
the 3 Friend channel,
right.
And it's so much fun because one of them will do the video from their perspective. If they're the speedrunner, it's from their perspective, and then from the hunter's perspective, which is someone else's channel. It's really cool to see from different perspectives.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah. So out of the games that like, I also enjoy Undertale because of all the jokes in it, like. The one thing I find wrong with Animal Crossing is multiplayer, but also because once they talk a bit, like, if you talk to the villagers too much, they'll just repeat the same stuff. Like, the rest of the game is super cool, but they'll just repeat the exact same stuff after you've gone through a certain amount of conversation, which I find a little bit annoying. Like, and they'll also one of the characters that I have on the island, she'll always be like, "Oh, so you want to talk to me? Oh, are you okay? Do you need to? Are you depressed or something? Because you keep talking to me." I'm like, "No, girl, you're just adorable, and I want to keep talking to you."
Why talking about Hazel?
Yes, I'm talking about Hazel. Like, why? Also flip the other character on our island, that weird jock monkey. I'm not as into him. I'm kind of like a little weirded out by that. Re-rack, yeah. Oh, it says we have poor connection. Yep, it says we have poor connection. Yeah. I mean, when we played Captain Toad, I think there's still a third thing that we haven't done yet, and there's like a bunch of. But I
did most of it, but yeah, there's.
I created the character for, like, the multiplayer version of that is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Because, like, one of the characters, you'll teleport to the other character, which I think is completely fine. Like, if I'm the second character, I play the purple toad, and I kind of find the purple toad kind of cute, because I named her Bubbles, I think is what I did, and I find her kind of cute. I kind of like to imagine her as Captain Toad's cousin, but, like, the is so cute. It's a very cute game. Oh, a game that I want to try is actually Mario Odyssey. Because I actually am curious to see how that game is played. I would be curious to see. I'd actually be interested to try to play it maybe once. Or just
we could get that game.
Echo Alpha. Oh, my name was Captain Toad. As I wept. Oh, my name was Captain Toad. What? No, I don't get it. I think it might be a song. Why do I feel so awkward when I don't get what the people in the chat are saying?
I don't know why. You do very well in understanding most of it, but you're 13 and they're not, mostly, so, they're making references you may not know.
Do you actually have anyone on your channel who's around my age?
Well, yeah, Wenchkin, I think, is 12. I'm just it's a complete joke. Totally joking.
I mean, only 12-year-olds would fall and break their back.
Yes, and have their own kids.
Yes, indeed. Echo Alpha, it's a sea chanty, Captain Kid. I just changed the words a little.
Oh, I see.
You really do great. It's true. Okay. Munchkin, yeah, true.
Oh, man.
I'm blinded.
So when we get past that next merge, we'll see how long it says in terms of the mileage, and then if not, if it's like very long, then we'll put in something else so we can have a place to stop for food.
Okay. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the sun, even though I have my sunglasses on, I can't see. And Little Arv, most... whatever, let's just grab and talk about it. She needs to clean the floor. Miranda, Little Arv, most people on Arvin Elrond's channel are not young teenagers. He wasn't lying to you when he said children need a lot of supervision when checking the internet. There's a lot of bad stuff out there too. I know. Munchkin, I may have to grow up older, but I do not think I have to grow up. Miranda, I think Twitch's terms of service say you have to be a minimum of 13 years to be on it at all.
Right.
I mean, I know there is bad stuff on the internet. I know.
Yeah, it's, it's not, it's one of those things where having really good lines of communication with the kids really makes a big difference. Because I think it's a fool's game to do everything just based on, I think you can do parental controls, I think you can limit devices, I think those are things that can work to a degree, but I think thinking that that's all that needs to happen, really what you need to do is keep open lines of communication with your kids.
Brenda says, what was that face Arvin Elrond made? Was it a yawn or was it a shocked face?
What?
I think it was a yawn.
I don't think it was a shocked
Probably it was dad yawning. He does that. We all do that. Yawning is a thing that happens in our society. I mean, yeah, I know there are like bad things on like the YouTube and like on all the internet, but like I'm doing okay, I think. I think I'm doing good. I mean, I told some of the kids in the neighborhood that like Triffid said just about everyone feeling awkward sometimes if they don't. It's just probably just fully self-satisfied. Geester yawning is a lie. J-Rap, Little Arv, I know there's a bad things. Time to open up. Time for open communication. I mean, I told some of the kids in the neighborhood, and they're like, so, it's like, what channels do you watch? Now, that's one of the kids that said the whole Jelly's 2017. I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, do you know Dream? I'm like, I've heard of him. Like, I guess I've never watched any of his videos. I know he's a huge deal, but I'm not really interested in that guy. And I was like, no, I don't. And they're like, do you know him? Like, I guess, sort of. And they're like, oh my gosh, why don't you watch him? I'm like, because I don't need to. I'm not that into that. I don't. I can just watch the people and enjoy them. Then when I'm done, when I'll be like, okay, I watched this video, that was fun. I'll close it down, and then I'll do my homework. Like, I think I sort of have a way of how I schedule it. I'll do it a little bit in the morning, then I'll do my work, and then a little bit at night. And that's what I do. And I think it fits. I think it works. And I have like a few channels that I watch, and I know their videos, and I watch them. And besides that, I just stick to those people. I don't need to go outside of that. I don't really need to see all these like really big YouTubers because I'm not as interested in them. Aqualpha, oh Arvin, we're 21% out of 100% of the community challenge. 6,000. I got it. 6,000 out of 285,100.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, if people came in, and we have a community challenge, so contributing community points to the community challenge would be appreciated. We're probably going to be streaming Legacy of Dragonholt tomorrow. I may or may not do a stream from Three Rivers tomorrow live. We'll see how that goes.
We're not doing it for tonight, though.
So, no, not tonight. That's why we're doing this now, because we're not going to be...
Geester, this is where all my points go. Hey, thanks.
Thank you, Geester. I appreciate that. We might be meeting Geester face-to-face this weekend, because in the Pittsburgh area. You gone did it, Arvnia? Yeah, thanks! Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Now I just need to practice on saying that name right. Arvnia. I really like that, I gotta say. Arvnia. Nice. It's nice. Arvnia.
Here I go again. My.
How cannot resist you.
I don't know the rest. I remember kids in my school, they're like, do you know Mamma Mia? I'm like, that one part, because you sing it all the time on the swings. And they're like, have you watched it? I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, how dare you? I'm like, does watching a Footloose count? And they're like, what? What's Footloose? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and Mom showed you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are we doing on the map? What's it say on the thing?
7.1 miles, 800 west.
Okay. Right now we are driving through the Delaware Water Gap. And
That's a cool car.
We are making our way. That's a Corvette. Little red Corvette. Doom, doom. That is what it is. Doom, doom, doom. Hey, little red Corvette.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like, there are, like, some games that the only reason I know about them is this one friend of mine who, like, I'll say the song, and they're like, oh, yes, I know the song, this is what the game's about, this is the entire thing. I'm like, okay. And then the thing is that, like, I know some of these, like, FNAF songs. I've never played the game, never will play the game, because when Julia described it to me, I'm like, no, thank you. But like Geester says, while you guys got a while to go, don't envy you in the drive. Echo Alpha is still not as stylish as the classics from 80s and 90s. I mean, but like some of the songs that I listen to are like fan songs of games, and even though I don't really know much about the game they're from, I find the songs to be quite fun. I find some of the songs, like, I don't really know what they're like. I mean, I know what they're from because my friend would lecture me about it, but besides that, I've never played it, so I just enjoy listening to them sometimes. I mean, so yeah. Like, I've gotten a few things where people ask me, what's your favorite show? And I'm like, it all depends. You mean when I'm watching it with my little brother, or when I get a chance to actually do it by myself? Because I've barely ever really gotten a chance to, like, watch just TV by myself, like, on the television and stuff. And when I was younger, I used to watch Backyardigans, and so, like, that's, like, the only show I can really think of when it comes to that stuff. Wildcrafts, yes, but Backyardigans was a huge thing, and my friend will joke about that. But that was, like, the thing that it was, like, the memory, like, it's cool to think about shows that you used to watch, like, Yo Gabba Gabba I watched for a bit.
Wow.
Yo Gabba Gabba, yeah.
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo Gabba Gabba. That was a weird show.
You watched, when you were a little kid, you watched Word World and
World
Sesame Street a little bit, and Wonder Pets. Wonder Pets.
Oh yeah, Wonder Pets. That was amazing.
Now that you've gotten older, you've gotten more sophisticated tastes, like the Muppets.
Yes. I mean, when I was younger, I used to be like, I like Fozzie, and now when I'm older, I'm like, what are the names? Waldorf and Statler.
Waldorf and Statler.
I love those two. Like, some of the jokes, like, when I was younger, I wouldn't get them, but now I'm like, I like them. I get them. Girl Tofu says, DJ Lance liked one of my posts, and I was, exclamation point.
Who did?
Girl Tofu. DJ Lance.
DJ Lance.
Yeah, you know who that person is, right, Dan? Huh?
Yeah. DJ.
Muppets for the win. Echo Alpha says, I just miss Mumphy.
Mumphy.
I don't know that.
You talking about Mumford? Like he's the one, but he was on Sesame Street, wasn't he? Wasn't he the
Mumford?
I love peanut butter sandwiches?
Oh, yes.
I think that's that guy.
Yes, yes. They had that in that one special of the Imagine That.
Mm-hmm.
I love peanut butter sandwiches, and he's like he'll take off his sunglasses. I can see that, yet he has no eyes. I mean, I always loved Cookie Monster and Grover. Those were my two favorites.
Yeah, there was a ranking.
Blue Boys.
There was a ranking recently of the Muppets that.
And the top one was Kermit.
Yeah, well, that was
Kermit
is the Muppets.
I mean, Gonzo is probably one of my favorite Muppets,
he was like
and the
2 or
Swedish
3.
Chef. I
Animal
love
was
the
like
Swedish
2.
Chef.
Swedish Chef was up there. They had, I forget who it was that was the thing, and Elmo was like
Piggy?
Elmo was like 7 or 8, which wasn't bad. But they had something like
Miss Piggy.
They had Miss Piggy's. It was like somewhere top 10, but they had like what's his name? The shrimp.
The Spanish shrimp.
The shrimp.
The shrimp.
And I was like, the shrimp.
He came in once during the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz version, Muppets Wizard of Oz. I have to say, it's really good. Like, I enjoyed that.
You know.
Echo Alpha, no magical adventures of Mumphy, an elephant who wanted adventure, and met a scarecrow. I will post a link on Discord. Okay.
That one Winch Kit.
Winch Kit, Snuffleupagus was my favorite on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Oh, Rizzo the Rat. Yes, Rizzo the Rat. If you ever watched the Christmas Carol. He's a huge character there.
One of the greats.
They did a great job. Like when they made Gonzo the narrator.
The great Michael Caine is.
They did a great job of making Gonzo the narrator. Like it's so like weird but perfect. And that's the Muppets. Everything is just weird but perfect. And obviously, Fozziwig, that was just Muppets.
You know what I didn't realize? First of all, I follow one of the great Twitter feeds on the internet. If you're not already following Muppet history, you should be following it. It is amazing. All of these like Muppet facts. The guy is awesome. Anyway, so they said that when Mark Hamill, who played Luke Skywalker, appeared on when he actually appeared on the Muppet Show, I think for the first time, it was Empire Strikes Back had not yet released, and so he shows up on like Pigs in Space, which is the Pigs in Space, and the captain at one point is just like, I love your tailor. What are you? And because he's pointing out his outfit, and it was an outfit that had never been seen because it's Luke on Cloud City, when he's in Bespin, and like it had never been seen on film. Nobody knew what that outfit was because the second movie wasn't out yet. So it was basically like a sneak peek for people to see, because of course Jim Henson also worked on on Empire Strikes Back.
Muppet Treasure Island was fantastic.
Muppet Treasure Island?
Don't know that.
I'm not familiar. I know what it is. I don't remember it.
The definitive Treasure Island interpretation. Okay. The Muppets. I've watched them more now, and I just find it was a great show to appear in its time and all that. Like it's really great, and I enjoy it a lot. I enjoyed Beaker and then what was it? I'm Dr.
Bunsen Honeydew.
I'm Dr. Bunsen.
One of the great names of all time, because you immediately know Bunsen as in Bunsen burner, Honeydew because his head looks like a honeydew melon. You just combine them together and
Miranda. So the thing I always found strange is Darth Vader. German Darth means dark father. Spoiler warning. Viz, hold the phone. Is this Little Arv? I don't believe it. Yes, hi.
What's up? It is Little Arv.
Indeed.
It absolutely is. And yeah, I think I've talked about before, Miranda, that my dad was doing that in the theater. He's just like when he did the famous like, Luke, I am your father. My dad was like, well, actually, Darth Vader is German for. I'm like, are you kidding me now, Dad?
No.
This experience. Like,
actually, there's this
I'm not surprised.
There's this book that I read. Izzy says road trip with Arv Quinn.
Good to see Izzy's.
And so one thing that actually, there's this series called Dogman, which is created by I forget his name.
Pilkey.
Yeah, Dave Pilkey.
The guy who does
who created Captain Underpants, which you all know. And so one of the things that I really enjoy is that in the most recent book, like the character Petey, I'm not going to spoil it, his father's a really evil and bad guy. And so there's like where they're like, and then his father appeared, and it shows his father being like, Petey, I am your father, and then Petey's like, this never happened. He's like, wait, this never happened. It's
super dramatic.
It's good. If you're gonna have Dogman with tons of references in it, you're gonna have to have that. Like,
yep.
Every good show with
iconic scenes in cinema.
That's why the Star Wars stuff was kind of ruined for me, because I already knew what was coming. You were like, oh, about Luke, like, yeah, it's his father.
It's a good thing I was able to do that before you saw The Mandalorian, so that all that stuff clicked, and you were like, oh, I get.
Right. Although with The Mandalorian, I already knew Baby Yoda was gonna appear. But I knew he was gonna appear, and you're like, oh, but you don't know how cute he's gonna be. I'm like, I guess not. And I was like, and he's like, aha, and I was like, he's so adorable.
Called it. Yep.
Viz says, dude, I can't believe it. Sorry if this sounds weird, but we saw you as a little kid. I can't believe it's been so many years. Again, sorry if it's weird. Nope, it's fine. I've grown up very quickly.
Yep. I started streaming. When I started streaming, she was 2012. She was 4. What happened?
The nose marks on my nose.
What happened?
The sunglasses made huge marks on my nose.
Oh, well, you okay?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, but they're huge marks on my nose.
Oh, no.
What you deal with all the time, though. Garlic Tofu says, I got a book signed by Sanderson once, and he looked over at Vance and complimented his Captain Underpants book.
Ah, nice.
Garlic Tofu. Yeah, it's actually interesting. So after he created Captain Underpants, I think this is actually what happened in real life, because he had like his 2 characters who essentially wrote it, but it turns out that like he this was like an old comic. Dogman was an old character he had created, but he sort of went away from it when he did Captain Underpants. And when he came back, he's like, wow, Captain Underpants, like Dogman, this is actually kind of cute. And so he created Dogman, and so he started working on Dogman. I have to say, the books have become less about him and more about Petey, who used to be the villain character. And now, because he's had a huge development arc, and so like you could say Dogman's cute, but in my opinion, I just love Petey because of his character arc and how like you meet his father, then you meet his mother. I mean, you never meet his mother because in present time his mother actually died, but his mom, when he talks about it from his past, and actually they'll have references like in one of the most recent books when they're interviewing Petey, he's actually wearing this vest, and they say that the vest was based off Mr. Rogers' vest. And so when he was wearing the vest, he was talking about it, and then it talks about his past and about his mom and all that, which I think is actually kind of cool. Easter, can't really see it. Compression makes it hard to see details.
See which?
I don't.
Oh, is it really compressed?
What's compressed?
The picture, like we're gonna see it a certain way, but it may not come through to them. I mean, we're traveling.
Which is poor connection. It's been saying that for a while.
Yeah, that unfortunately, if you can hear us, there's not a whole lot we can do about that, unfortunately.
'Tis the curse of wearing glasses.
That is correct.
Dad just nods silently.
How's mileage on? How much mileage left?
Mileage?
Or how many miles left?
It changed from 11 to 27 miles.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
So it's another 27 miles from there.
I guess so.
Okay. Alright, well then we will look for a food place for refreshment.
It's fine. Maybe referring to your face marks. Oh, I meant glasses mark.
Oh, because of the compression, you can't even see it. I see.
Can't see
what?
the
marks. You're fine. Can't see the marks.
Oh, hey, good. Yeah, they're not there.
Yeah, no marks.
Yeah.
Marks are fine. What marks? We're fine here, thanks. How are you?
We'll cut that out of the.
Yeah, we'll cut that on post.
It's better than having a mask face tan. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
Luckily, I think it's gone now, but I used to have this tan on my arm that would, like, since I always wore the same type of t-shirts, that would be, like, right here. And so once I wore...
The farmer's tan, they used to call
that.
Yeah,
I used to wear, like, I wore, like, with a higher, like, shoulder, like, you know, t-shirt. And one of my friends is like, oh my goodness, Centimede, you have a tan line right here and here. She grabs onto my arms. I'm like, yes, now can you please back up, please? Jeez. Is you have to redo it twice. First it's face mask time, and they mean face mask tan, and then that's called a farmer's town. I mean tan. My phone hates the word tan.
The phone's like, you will not say that word on my
keyboard. That word is inappropriate.
That word is wrong.
It's a bad word. Oh, Wendy's. Dad, we could just go to McDonald's.
Go to Panera Bread, your favorite. For some reason.
Oh, they also have an Applebee's. I remember there's this funny thing where I saw they're like, hi, welcome to Applebee's. Would you like apples or bees? Bees? He's chosen the bees! Wait, what?
He's chosen the bees.
It's an anti-Canadian word. It seems it's snowing at the moment in the middle of May.
Who said that?
Izzy.
Oh, Izzy's talking.
We're seriously, Little Arv.
It's snow. Is it really snowing, Izzy's?
It's fine. It's fine.
Listen, Izzy's, you have no one to blame but yourself. All right, if you would, you know.
Miranda, he's not tired. He just, I don't know why he. They made this huge thing. They made this huge thing about you yawning and about you should pull over to take a nap.
What? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I am very engaged and very awake.
He's fine. But if he's tired,
I'm enjoying having this conversation.
Tired.
No, I don't mess around with that.
Didn't Winnipeg go from frozen to on fire? The bees! Oh my gosh, yeah. My group's name in D&D is called the Bees.
Not the bees.
Grow Tofu. I kept trying to tell Chris you were on live, and it corrected over and over to love. So I think we'll see what he's thinking when he gets back. Easter, what's going on up there in Canada?
Yeah, I saw one of my fellow GOG streamers, Flayos, who's Canadian, posted this picture of like snow on the roof of his car, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me! Snow on May 20? What is today? 24th or something? 21st. It's the 21st today?
Yep.
I mean, that is absurd. Snow on May 21st? We're a month away from summer.
Oh, jeez.
I like snow as much as the next person, but gee.
You always say that, but who is this next person?
The next person who likes it.
I live 3 hours away from Thalos.
Thanos?
No!
Oh, Flayos. I live around Thanos. Yeah, with Flayos. Yeah, you guys
Beezer says, wait, you already have a D&D group? Actually, I'm part of a D&D group. I don't have my own. I would like to start being a DM, but I don't have I'm just part of a D&D group. Part of a campaign of a couple of people. All of the other people in the campaign are all in California. So I'll like be eating dinner and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm eating dinner, and they're like, oh yeah, I forgot you're in a different time. So
I don't think I knew that the other ones are all California.
They're all where Zach is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they all know him. They all know him from school. Winchkin said, I can promise you I will never post any pictures of snow at my place. Izzy says, 3 hours north from where I live, there's been a wildfire for 2 days. Ooh. Hello?
What?
You're not paying attention. 3 hours north from where I live, there's been a wildfire for 2 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding. So, oh gee. So have they? I mean, 3 hours is pretty far up, though. I mean, like, so they figure they're not going to have to evacuate anybody, I assume, right? We haven't even gotten into wildfire season for the folks in the States on the West Coast.
Yeah, Zach actually was like, hey, since you have water nearby, maybe you could just push it over here.
Yeah.
Divinorium,
what's up, Div?
Said, then people say Arv is tired, and he complains. Miranda, Little Arvin, it's idiomatic expression.
Idiomatic.
It's idiomatic expression. I'm as the next person, but basically means I'm as average. No, I know what it means. Why is everyone giving me grammar lessons? I know what it means. I know what it means. Div says, also hello folks. You guys have a lot of really hard to say names. Winchkin says, just a little jealous of you, Arvania. No D&D groups are around here. Actually, mine is just on a Zoom meeting, but I guess.
Winchkin's played D&D with me a few times, so I know that Winchkin is a fan of the D&D.
I have a question for Big Arv, if you don't mind. Whatever happened to Tommy, series runner?
I haven't heard from series runner for a while. I mean, series got a job with Telltale, and then they laid off a bunch of people, but he landed on his feet because I forget where he got a job. He got picked up somewhere. I don't remember exactly where that was. But I have not spoken to him in like a little over a year, so I need to try to like reach out to him again and see how he's doing.
No, don't. I'm sorry, Izzy. Izzy says they never play D&D.
Oh.
D&D is a great way to have a community. 19 miles, we're still going. What a lot. Midoriya says, Little Arv, if you know what it means, then why did you ask? I'm so confused.
No, it was making a joke about the next person.
I was making a joke. Yeah. Div says he's working in a new studio. There's even an interview with him. I don't remember the name of the studio.
Oh, really? I did not know that, Div.
With a series runner, I mean. As he says, I've watched GOG stream, and Viz says, good to hear that he's on his feet then.
Well, yeah, Izzy's, are you excited for ArvCon and Kilgore Trout's concert appearance? Are you pumped up for one Mr. Trout making his triumphant return to musical performance on ArvCon? No, I know, honey. I've been looking.
I'm starving. Are we gonna take it? Like, are we gonna? Like,
we're not gonna go like 35 miles. I'm looking at it.
Izzy says, yeah! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! All caps.
Yep, it's gonna be great. And then Zach Clay.
Geico.
Zach Clay is gonna be awesome. And then of course Jordan Indiana Gonzalez. I just got word also of another sponsor.
Izzy says, feed the child.
Yeah, no, I know. We're actively looking to feed the child.
Thank you, Izzy.
I have not forgotten.
Because it's in his quest for Dick's Sporting Goods. This happened like last time.
No, that's not true. Dick's is just on our way.
Easter, I can't believe the reception you guys are getting. Yeah, we're lucky. It cut once, but I mean, we had 21 viewers. We're doing good. We had poor connection. It kept telling us we had poor connection, but we're doing okay.
And every so often, I mean, I have not tried the Twitch mobile app for a little while, I think, because I usually have been doing Streamlabs. So, this is interesting to me to see how this all kind of works.
Guys, just wanted to know, chat, did you ever have a song where you're doing nothing to relate to it, but you just randomly get it stuck in your head? Like, at random moments, I'll just get the Charlie Brown theme song thing.
Linus Lucy.
Yeah,
where is the food?
I always get that stuck in my head. I don't know why. It'll just be at random moments. Like, we're not talking about it. We're not. No, but it's just, you'll just get, and they're saying, and Viz says it's pretty insane, no lag or nothing. But yeah, it's just, do you ever guys have to deal with it? Garlic tofu, my brain does that constantly. Yeah, it's just so weird. Like, you'll just be doing a random activity and your brain is like, hey, random song. I'm like, why? And you're like, because you're doing homework and you need to be distracted. Oh, okay. This is dude all the time. It's just, it's annoying. It's just annoying. 16 miles, we're doing it, guys.
No, we're actively going to try to get away before 16 miles.
Tikanja?
Hey, what's up, Tikanja? Speaking of Canadians.
I get random songs in my head when I have migraines, even if I've never heard it in 20 years.
So,
Garlic tofu, yes, mine will pull something totally old.
Tika, do you have snow up by you as well? Have you bought into this Canadian insanity that is snow in May? I heard rumors.
Div says, so you guys don't hear elevator music 24/7?
Oh no, it's this one.
Don't.
No, it's not that. It's
Actually, it's weird. I've never. Tikan says no. It's 32 degrees here today. 89 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. Eleven. So good, that whole scene.
Izzy says, fun fact about Canada: when Crowded House wrote the song Four Seasons, in one day they wrote it while touring in Canada.
Really?
Viz, let's get a song stuck in everyone's head. A dee da wow. Sorry. Easter Spanish flea.
There, that's exactly it. How about?
Izzy's, no! We're not doing that! No. I'm gonna cover that so Dad won't see it.
See what?
Baby Shark.
Oh no.
Easter, girl from
Ipanema. Girl from How about
That's Bossa Nova.
How about this one? This one's a deep cut. But if any of you grew up in the well, it might have been in I don't know. But this is music that always played on the radio when they were announcing snow closings, like for snow days and stuff in school. And it was, please don't start singing a song. I'm trying to think of a song. And the song was, let's see. Da 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 ba 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 da 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 we do 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 do.
Okay.
Does
This
anyone know
says
that
I was
song?
going for Robin Hood's song, but alright, haha. And Geesker, we didn't get that. I mean, what I was just doing was a do. It's like, we'll be right back.
Oh.
And then that dun will be to be continued.
That song that I just did was Chuck Mangione.
Groucho Food, that's specific.
Yeah, that song was Chuck Mangione. Was a flugelhorn player. But, yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones that are in that category.
Izzy says there she was just walking down the street singing. Chat karaoke time.
Something down the street.
Tikan says you must have some mobile upload to be streaming while driving in such good quality. Geesker, diddy dum diddy do.
Diddy dum diddy do. Yep. The power of unlimited unlimited data.
Hey guys, and they're like clicking your fingers and shuffling your feet. Wait, guys, I have one. A weem away, 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 a weem away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Do 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 do.
A weem away, 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 a weem away. You ruined that. Now they're just like. Now they're just saying in the jungle, the mighty jungle. Izzy's loving chat karaoke time. Wait, Tikan, if this gets a DMCA, I'm gonna laugh so hard. What's that?
It's like a takedown notice because we're using their language. If Twitch sees the song, they will take it down tonight. Oh, Twitch, you will know away.
Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
This is really good work, folks, for me being all set up to use my voice all weekend. Yes, would you like to buy Anchorage? I used up my voice singing The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Dad, that was actually the song when the
what?
The incident with Kaylin's Ranger thing with Mom in the car.
Yeah.
That's the song I was singing.
Was The Lion Sleeps Tonight?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I was in the middle of doing the, I was like, it was like, honk, 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 you just, and I was like, huh?
Wow.
Like, I was in the middle of the note, too.
It's in the middle of the note.
Twitch, please don't take me, please don't take my channel away. That's what Viz said. Is it bad that I can imagine you getting pulled over by the cops singing this song?
Yeah.
Now I got stuck in my head, but that's alright with me.
Oh, it says the land of make-believe is exit 12, chat.
The land of make-believe. Oh my gosh, isn't that a song?
Well, there is a Land of Make Believe, yeah.
What is
Make Believe.
I am a lost boy from never. That's what it reminded me of. There's this one song called Lost Boy where she talks about going with Peter Pan. So.
I see.
Yes. T-Con, I missed the beginning of the stream. Are you folks on your way home? Nope! We're going to Pittsburgh for Three Rivers Comic-Con.
Three Rivers Comic-Con.
Hey! Turfid, the Chuck Mangione tune Arvin was singing feels so good.
Wow. Good stuff, Triffid.
Izzy's, I heard the land of maple leaves like you're heading up north.
Is that, I mean, because we're heading west right now. We're still in Jersey, western Jersey, I think now, but we're heading west. And, but yeah, Land of Make Believe.
I don't know if any of you guys have noticed. Nope, okay.
Nope. I thought you were going to sing Moving Right Along.
It's a good time with good friends. With good friends you can't lose. This could become a habit.
Yeah. Moving right along.
Are you going around in circles, Fozzie? I don't know. Should it be snowing? No, I don't think so, Fozzie.
Get there with Saskatchewan.
Moving right along, footloose and fancy free. Getting there is half the fun. Come share it with me. Izzy's. I'm jealous of you guys. Dave canceled one of my 2 Comic-Cons in Canada I want to go to, and I'm hoping the second is not going to be canceled.
Oh, really?
I can't apparently spell I hate my phone.
This is actually, yeah, this is the first one I was saying before. This is the first one I've been to in 15 months, and I mean, they rescheduled this a couple times, and then they're doing this whole thing. Normally it's indoors, but this one is completely outdoors, not far from where their shop, which is a pretty big shop in Pittsburgh, is located. And so, I don't know what to expect. I don't know whether people are going to be just like, take all my money, we finally get to be outside. I mean, I don't know, but,
I am hungry, Father, I am hungry, my tummy's grumbling.
I know, I can't make food here. You have, first of all, you have snacks back there. You got hummus, you got crackers back there.
Yes, I have snacks. Oh, geez. It's like, I can't spell. What I meant to say is facepalm emoji. That fits. 23 viewers. Hey.
Hey. Welcome, viewers.
I have a message waiting to be checked by mods.
Oh?
A Viz says, Father, she is hungry, so very hungry.
I know.
Take her to some food.
I know. I want to do that.
He's working on it, guys. He's working on it. Ah, yes, that was our little, what is that called?
Radar detector.
Radar detector.
How are we doing on the mile? What's the map say?
5.7 miles.
To
80 west. That's all it says. My apologies, I cannot give you any further information.
More 80 west. Okay.
Div says, give her food, Arv. Izzy says, I'm jealous of you guys right now because they canceled one of 2 expos in Canada that I wanted to go this year because of what's going on. Yeah. Okay. We got it, but thanks.
Yeah, I heard that they just extended the ban on non-essential travel between Canada and the U.S. for another 30 days. And CanCon canceled for this year, which is really disappointing. I mean, I understand why, but I was like, oh, man. So... Izzy sighs. 2022. That's when a lot of things are going to be
says,
done.
I let it through, sorry. I was AFK.
Oh, thanks, Trip. Yeah, everyone has to be safe, and we're getting there. I mean, like, this is good, but this could be the first time, and then there's not going to be another in-person thing for me, con-wise, until...
My arm is tired.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can put it, like... Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't want to keep moving it. It's hard. Guys, it's hard. It's hard. This is hard.
It's hard.
Garlic Tofu says, I'm super down to not go to London, Ontario this year, but it is conflicts with something I need to do. Izzy says, I haven't been to an expo. I need to fix my 2 years. It's It's been long enough. Taken says, our province just hit 50% vaccinated this week, so we were a bit slower getting stock. Winchkin says Australia is saying 2024 before it opens up. Geezer says I got 4 days until full immunity. 4 days.
Nice. Geezer.
Vin says I put us on the dash or something. Actually, speaking of vaccinated, Dad's fully vaccinated, and I got my first shot.
Yay!
Yeah, last Friday I got my first shot, and for some reason my other arm is sore. I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
It's been doing weird things, but yeah, I am.
It's sympathetic to your other arm that got the shot. Just like...
No, I think it's some muscle thing. Some weird muscle thing. I couldn't do my jumping jacks correctly during Taekwondo.
So she's got a very big day coming up on Friday the 4th.
Yeah.
June 4th, because it's got not, I think it's 4th, yeah.
Izzy says I have to wait until the middle of June for my second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's, Friday, June 4th, she's going to get her second shot in the morning, and then in the afternoon, she gets her bottom braces off.
Geester, you slipped on the other arm. Actually, I'm not that type of sleeper. Like, some people are the type of sleepers who sleep on, like, one arm or the other. I don't think that's what it is, because this came actually, like, 5 days after, like, this is from, like, 2 days ago. So, I don't think that's what it is. I mean, I think there's, like, this thing, like, if you sleep a certain way, it tells you your personality. I sleep sort of straight like this, or sometimes on my side, but mostly I sleep straight up. Like, just lying flat. Trivet said, we salute your arm sacrifice, Arvnia, but don't keep holding the phone up if it hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
Orinda, that was mean of me to say. I shouldn't have said it, sorry. First world pain. But she said first world pain. I don't know what that... I don't get why that's bad.
Let's see. Okay, we've got Country Pride.
Pizza Hut! Chick-fil-A! Chick-fil-A, I've never been to a Chick-fil-A.
I got Country Pride.
I've been to a Wendy's once, and it was the worst Wendy's experience of my life because my dad was in a bad mood, my little brother was crying like crazy, and my mom and my dad were arguing, and the food was terrible. Never going to there again.
Yeah, it was not a good first Wendy's experience.
Yeah, because you were really mad because you said I should have gotten food earlier, but I wasn't hungry earlier. It was a conflict. It was crazy. Mom was getting mad at you for saying this.
This is also like...
Caitlin was crying.
Isn't this like 7 years ago? This is a long time
7 years ago? No, Caitlin is not that old.
Oh, it's true, Caitlin. So it must have been... Right.
No, I think it was only like a year or two.
No, it was more than 2 years.
No. Munchkin, perfect storm, Wendy's.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to like getting like the milkshakes there, but only because I guess they had like a lot of sugar. I mean, actually, can I tell them about the ice cream place near us? I won't say our location. Can I tell them about the ice cream place?
You can tell them, I just don't tell them the name. That's all.
Okay. There's this really nice ice cream place near us, and the guy, his name is actually the name of the place. I'm not saying the name, but he's a really friendly guy. He has like a lot of like teenagers working for him there, and their ice cream is actually pretty good. And like you get to talk to him. He's really sweet, and yeah, it's nice, cool too. Trivet says, "Hey, we are now at 14,000 points raised out of 28,500.
So just about 50%
for the community challenge. Good job so far, Arvanauts.
Good job, everybody.
We are Arvanauts, astronauts."
Good job, Arvanauts.
Melinda, I don't get it. I don't get why you were saying it was mean of me to say that. I don't. Me no get. Me get no. Me no get. Oh, what is that? Is that like a little?
Looks like a little memorial of some kind.
The windshield is covering it. Yeah, there we go.
It looks like a memorial.
Cool.
I think that it's just about dark enough that I can take off and switch over because I am not. I wear my sunglasses at night. Oh my God. They're actually there.
Yay. Triffid. And now 16,000. Thanks.
Thanks everybody who's contributing the community challenge. Thank you.
I don't know what that is.
That's the thing about the points that they contribute to it and then it gets boosted and all that. That is the idea.
actually funny. I didn't pull out my drawing notebook once this entire time.
That's right. Because we were talking, you were doing homework, you were eating for part of it.
Speaking of homework, I have homework I have to do, but I don't want to do. What homework do I have to do? I have to do my Worldly Wise and my math.
Worldly Wise and math. Aw, yeah.
AZ says, "Come, Arv, we all know you're Corey Hart."
Oh, where am I? Corey Hart that was his only hit, right? Pretty much that was it. And was Corey Hart Canadian, or am I misremembering that? Corey Hart feels like someone who should be Canadian.
Feels like someone who should be. Hang on, with this one? No.
Around with a guy in shade, so no.
Trifid, it means more publicity for Arvin's channel, Arvinia. Okay.
You got a man with a guy in shade.
Sorry if the camera keeps shifting. I'm trying to find a way so I don't have to hold it, yet still can make it so it shows Dad.
You can also, it's okay, honey, if they're like, you're seeing me for part of it, and they're, I mean, that's...
Yeah, and Tiken says, yes, Canadian, born in Montreal.
Ah.
And then Amanda Gondox.
Amandageddon?
No, she says Corey Hart is definitely Canadian.
Okay.
Amandageddon.
Yes, Amandageddon.
That's not how you would say it.
Amandageddon. That is how you'd say it. At least I hope so. You pronounce it Haman Shalima, where the entire word is silent.
He's on the Canadian citizenship test. Okay.
He's on the Canadian citizenship test. But he pretty much had like one song, right? His other songs were all songs about how it snows in Canada when there's wildfires.
That is